This broadcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding.
Wise men say... Oh, we're on, ladies and gentlemen. We are forgiving. I was channeling Fat Elvis a little while ago as we welcome you into the 3 Cents Podcast on a Tuesday, Halloween 2023. We are underway. And just for you folks at home, this is Mike Taylor. We'll get into his legal situation in just a little while. And then Cleto Rodriguez, a.k.a. Charlie Brown.
Good grief.
Good grief. Exactly. That's what I said when I saw that outfit. I was like, good grief. But this is the three. I'm talking into this microphone like it's a working microphone. 3 Cents Podcast presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding, and Ronnie and Stephanie Suarez. Thank you once again for your love and support.
Absolutely.
But here we are once again. I don't know if they're going to pull their sponsorship after this episode, but we're in the spirit of Halloween today.
Hey, I need a job. I just got furloughed. So are they hiring? I can do roofs. I can do siding.
You're the handyman.
Yeah.
You're the handyman.
No, man. I am. Oh, thank you. Look at this. Boom.
Here's Mariana right here. Look at this service.
Thank you, dear.
Look at this service at
Thank
Prestige
you.
Motorsports. Mariana helping us out here.
Much.
So when you come to Prestige Motorsports, see, last week we were on the lower level in the showroom where all the cars are. Today we're elevated. We're up top in the VIP lounge. We told them we were VIPs, and they bought it. They bought it. So nonetheless, you were saying that you're quite the handyman. Cheers to you, sir.
No, I am convicted serial killer Ted Bundy.
Whoa. Okay.
Who was put to death in 1988. So I'm the ghost of Ted Bundy. No, I'm just kidding. Today I'm channeling a man named Guadalupe Ortiz Jr. Actually, his whole name is Guadalupe Salinas Ortiz Jr. He was from Salinas, California. Mm-hmm. And because he was born in Salinas, California, his parents gave him the middle name of Salinas, Guadalupe Salinas Ortiz, a.k.a. Uncle Lupe. My Uncle Lupe who I think's dead. I'm not sure.
Just a real person you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
person that existed, obviously.
Sure.
Okay,
He's a man from my youth who was married to my aunt.
Okay.
And Uncle Lupe, this is a feel-good story.
Okay, good. I was beginning to wonder, but go ahead. Please
The
continue.
role model that he is.
Yeah, no. So Uncle Lupe, I loved him. I think he was super nice. Of course, I was a kid. You don't know any better when you're 10.
True.
Uncle Lupe was better known as the Teardrop Bandit.
Oh.
Look this up. He was a noted armed robber in and around Fort Worth and Dallas and Arlington in the early and mid 80s. Uncle Lupe robbed 19 liquor stores. LG's heard this story before, I think.
Wait a minute. Okay.
He robbed 19 liquor stores and got away with it.
Yep.
I can tell you what. In the end, he would stash money underneath my bed as a kid.
Wait a minute.
Only like 3 times. Because
Maybe he was a tooth fairy.
No one's gonna look for money under Mijo's bed.
Under me.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a tooth fairy.
Dude, there was one time $19,000 in cash
Under your bed.
in a box under my bed. Yeah,
You had no idea.
Seriously, yeah. They were in their count.
Where's the money, Karen?
19 grand, which in 1983 was probably like $40,000.
That's legit coin,
$45,000.
right? That's legit coin.
Yeah, for sure. And so Uncle Lupe, so there were articles in the paper, Teardrop Bandit strikes again, blah, blah, blah. He's terrorizing the city. He never hurt anybody that I know of. So here's the feel-good part.
Okay.
Cleto's a man of faith. He'll
That's
like
right,
this.
yeah.
Uncle Lupe went to church at some point. In
As
this,
they always
this
do
time
in
frame,
church.
and decided to give his heart to the Lord.
Nice.
And then, like a dumbass,
Wait a minute.
went down to Tarrant County Detention Center and turned himself in. My name is Guadalupe Ortiz. I'm the Teardrop Bandit.
What?
Here I am. Turned himself in and did 7 years in the Texas Department of Corrections for it. Probably would have gotten 30 years, but he turned himself in. His lawyer was able to convince the jury that he had found God, and so he only did 7 years. And then, of course, he gets out and relapses, and I haven't heard from him. He was a drug addict. I haven't heard from him since. So he left I haven't seen Uncle Lupe.
Good story went.
No. See, the year they executed Ted Bundy is the same year that I lost track of Uncle Lupe. I think he went back to California because my aunt, who was married to him, their marriage was was shambles, terrible, and she passed away in 1987. So when he got out of prison in '88, she was gone.
Wow.
So I think he hightailed it back to California. He was in town and visited my mother one time in like 2002, 2003. He was old at this point. He was a frail old dude. But then I think he wound up settling back in California. He's probably dead. I mean, that guy lived too hard.
But you don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure.
So he could be watching this and saying,
"Yeah, it could be." So shout out Uncle Lupe. So
there's my nephew.
My costume today channels the year 1988 in which Ted Bundy was executed, and I lost track of my Uncle Lupe for good.
So Doc is not because you're a medical doctor; it's the Department of Corrections. Then is that
correct?
That's what the doc.
And I want this on the record. This is no small time Bear County here.
Okay.
This is TDC. This is the Las Grandes Ligas.
I see that.
Yeah,
You're moving on up.
Yes, right.
Okay. Very good.
So that's my costume.
I love it. Well, listen.
How do you follow that?
Well, you're about to.
Wow.
Cleto
You like
Rodriguez.
Charlie Brown as a kid.
I was telling.
But the bearded Charlie Brown.
I was telling Ernie and Mike that it is a sad day when your physique matches Charlie Brown, from the head to the stomach.
Hold on a second. I want to pull this up.
I
here.
mean,
I want to see
it
side by
literally,
side.
yes. I mean,
Go ahead.
It is absolutely identical. You would think twinsies when you look at the picture. I got the little swirl here. Matter of fact, this is the most hair I've had in a few months, with this little swirl.
Dude.
right
Hold
here.
on a second.
Okay, that's good.
Is this? I don't know.
Is that clear, LG? Cool.
Do you see it?
I told my
Who
wife.
wore it better?
I told my wife I had to shave my face, shave my facial hair off. She goes, "You're now adult Charlie Brown."
You're out
Retired.
of rehab, Charlie. You're like Beavis and Butthead. Did you see Mike Judge brought Beavis and Butthead back last year, and they were old. It wasn't back in the day. It was old Beavis and Butthead.
Older Beavis and Butthead.
You're busted rehab Chuck
busted-
Brown over there.
Carlitos Brown.
Carlitos Brown. Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. Someone
Yum.
said the other day, someone put Charlie Brown.
Yeah, man.
So my wife made this shirt.
I
man.
love it.
She actually it was an actual white shirt. She dyed it yellow, and then she painted the black little stripe on there. and Vanessa threw this a little before I got here. My wife tried to do this, but it looked like bird peed on it. It was like just crazy.
Well, at least it's black and not salt and pepper like the rest of your hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's so funny because they asked me, "What is your costume?" Oh, you're Charlie Brown. I go, "No, I'm actually Vin Diesel dressed as Charlie
That's
Brown
what it is.
for
Right,
Halloween."
yeah, dude, you're gonna just keep rolling with poor
I am.
Vin Diesel thing. I've never seen one of the Fast and Furious movies. Not one.
Out of the 9 or 10, whatever it is.
Like not
I tried to see one and I
could.
couldn't get through it.
It's not my demo, bro. Cheese. It's for people like Aaron Rodgers and Pat McAfee. It's for douches. That movie is for dumbass. It's for kids and d-bags. If you're over 30, and you're hardcore into the Fast and Furious shows, you're a douche.
Then I will not tell you about my collection.
Wait a minute. Hold
Now,
on.
here's
Be
why-
careful as we're sitting here
not about
next to
Vin.
some $500,000 cars over here.
It's not about Vin Diesel. I like Vin Diesel. He was great as Caparzo in Saving Private Ryan. Gosh, he was
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Oh, man, that's
Remember that?
deep
That was
cut right
good.
there.
It was
That's
terrific.
going
It was
really
really
back now.
Yeah, he got murdered. He got shot by the
That's right.
sniper.
That's
the
right.
sniper
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, he was awesome in that.
The sniper was bad in Saving Private Ryan. He was over there and quoting scriptures at the same time.
Oh, our sniper.
Yeah, our sniper,
Barry,
yeah.
the great Barry Pepper.
That's
Whatever
right,
happened
Pepper.
to Barry Pepper?
Didn't he play Roger Maris in
Yeah, he
61 or something?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
also was Richard Petty, wasn't he? He played Richard Petty in
I'd have to
the documentary.
check. We'll get our staff. Oh, wait a minute. That's us. We'll get our staff. A little research staff. We don't have a research staff
We got
yet.
staph infection, but no staff.
But it's under control now, though. It's under control.
See.
So we're good. Big plans for tonight. I'm told this could be the top 3 or 5 coldest Halloweens in San Antonio history.
I believe it.
And my son wants to go to a haunted house tonight, so I may have to seeing as I don't have the excuse of, I got to go to bed, I got to get up for work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to find a haunted house to take him to this evening, I think.
We don't have any plans. I think me and Nina, if we do anything, it'll be completely off the cuff, spontaneous. But we don't like the cold because we're skinny, so we go home.
Well, I'm not skinny, and I
to
don't like
the
the
point
cold either.
now, dude. It's to the point now where I just don't like the cold weather. It sucks. Anything.
I don't either.
Look, I don't need summertime. But anything south of 60 degrees,
I'm with you.
dude, I was telling Clifford this earlier. Mm-hmm. Not only do I not like it, it's not comfortable. I get depressed. I get depression. Anything under 60 degrees. It really. And then yesterday, and I played golf all day yesterday.
I saw
in
that. I saw you were helping good causes yesterday.
That was for a good cause. I was drunk off my ass.
Well,
I was with some buddies, and we were raising money, and it was miserable, but the good cause motivated me. But just in general, when it's cold like this, I don't feel it's just.
Well, the good thing is warming up.
I'm not motivated.
How good's your golf game?
Terrible, especially in that weather. Now we took second because I brought ringers with
I was
me.
going to say. I thought, I saw you did well.
You're those guys that we got 69. It's a team.
No, we did well. We got second in our flight, as they call it, because they stack it when you have that many teams.
Yeah.
You stack them. We were second in our flight, and overall, the entire shebang bong, we were 7th overall. I think could have done better, but the weather was just abominable. It was awful. 42, okay, I don't love it. I can hack it. Throw the wind in, it was pure misery, and then it rained off and on. It was. But we raised $37,000 for
That's the important thing.
Kendall County Women's Shelter. So that was, I can't bitch about that.
No, that's good.
But just in general, like driving over here today, I'm just like, ugh. Sad tune comes on. I click, I blast right through it.
All by
No, I can't have it, dude. I lose motivation in this weather. I don't want to work out.
I
don't
love
wanna go
this weather.
outside.
I love it because I'm fat.
Man. No,
And,
that's not true.
You know, I really love it because I don't know, it gets me in a good mood. Cold weather and Christmas songs get me in a good mood. I don't know.
I
And
like the
tacos.
holidays.
Tacos, too. You know, that gets me in a good mood.
I just want it to be 70 degrees during the holidays.
Well,
Not
I
100.
love golfing in 70 degrees.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck
yeah,
getting a
cool.
tee time, though, because everybody's out trying to.
Real.
That was
Do you
just
golf, Ernie?
misery.
I don't golf, and the thing is, I blame myself because over the years when I did sports and I was on the air, I can't tell you how many times I got invited to play in tournaments, and I would respectfully say no because I can putt, but I would hate to take a spot away from a legitimate person who wants to go out there and do 9 or 18 holes. So I would always be like, no. But I know that you get invited and you can walk away with some really nice swag or win some prizes and get some cool stuff, be out on the course all day long. Not a terrible way to spend a day.
Remember Don Harris? You remember Don Harris,
Of
right?
course I know Don, yeah.
Well, Don Harris, his golf tournament, to me, was probably the best one ever because he had, like, given you these vouchers, and it was, like, about $500 a voucher if you paid to play. And then I was always sponsored, so I wanted to get in this $500 voucher, and they had, like, a shop there where you could buy, like, shirts, clubs, shoes, whatever. I remember I bought a pair of golf shoes and 2 shirts, and I had like $100 left. It was nice. I love
swag
this
bags,
tournament.
man. Those are awesome.
Oh, yeah, we got some good hookups yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
And I won 2 raffles yesterday.
I saw it. You had an excellent Monday yesterday.
It was outside of the crappy weather. I've never won a raffle in my life. I won twice yesterday. A $500 Yeti cooler. Ooh. This massive Yeti thing. I had people trying to offer to buy it from me already.
I bet.
It was insane.
That's a big thing right
now.
So
you've never won anything before in your life?
No.
I was going to ask you, what is the biggest thing you've ever won before?
Ooh, wow.
Because, I mean, that Yeti cooler.
Okay, think about that. My mom won Michael Jackson tickets one year, but I didn't. I was a kid. Remember in '84, the Jacksons toured with Michael.
The Victory Tour.
It was the Victory Tour. He was. Yeah, they had Thriller had come out in '83. It's a massive album, and Mike was on tour, and Pepsi had a bit. Remember Mike burned his hair off?
Yes, doing a commercial. Yeah, sure.
Pepsi did a bit where they gave away tickets. We popped the cap,
no
popped
way.
the top.
Yeah.
My mother won 2 tickets to Michael Jackson at Texas Stadium before they tore it down. And in '84, early '85, I got to go see Michael Jackson.
So she took you then. You got to see him.
Me and her. Yeah, it was great.
I never saw him in person.
But I never won anything till yesterday, you know. I won a gift basket.
You never won anything?
Yeti
cooler.
I've won, but I just can't remember what it is. I mean, I can't remember what.
All those years in radio giving away stuff, I was never eligible.
Well, that's
for
right.
anything.
Yeah, we can't win contests that we have at the station. Or whatever,
I played bingo a couple of times. I've never had any success. I've never won a football pot that I played in.
Fantasy football, any of that?
I've won fantasy football leagues, but
I've won fantasy football.
I had control.
Yeah,
of
but
that,
no, we're talking about like a game, like chance,
luck.
like a luck, like a
roulette.
raffle or
No.
I did
lottery.
win football pots one time.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Man,
won Jack Squad until yesterday.
Oh, well, the
now
streak is over.
I'm loaded up on booze. So I can it helps with the depression this time of the year when it gets cold.
Well, now you have a Yeti cooler to keep it all.
Absolutely, and a whole bunch of booze.
I asked Mike. Mike goes, "I'm getting me a little cocktail in a minute," and I go, "Oh, rough morning." Nah, it's just cold.
Yeah, man.
What did Mariana? I was gonna say Mariana.
It's a Paloma.
That looks good.
Tequila, homie.
Nice.
We were here the other night at Prestige Motorsports, and they had a Halloween party last week.
Which we went to.
And we were upstairs here. And it was, I mean, this is an unbelievable venue.
Was it packed?
Well, so it's one of those things where it started at 8.
Okay.
Right? And I got here around 8:30, and there was a few people here, but clearly the Prestige Motorsports Halloween audience had a later bedtime tonight. So they came in 10, 11 o'clock.
Right.
It starts to
build.
build.
Let's get the old idiots in here today, like us. And then at 10, 11, it's like, babe, you ready to go home? The cool kids are showing up. Don't slip out the back.
Yeah.
No, we stayed till like 11 probably.
Yeah. No.
It was for Anita and me on a weeknight.
Heck yeah.
That was tying it on, staying out till 11.
No, on a school night for sure.
Well, for sure, yeah.
What were your costumes?
We had a good time. We dressed up as frat rats.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw the
Last year we
pictures.
were
That's
hood
right.
rats. This year we were
Frat
rats.
rats.
What was your costume?
I literally just came in jeans and a blazer.
Okay.
Out of work news anchor.
Out of work news anchor, I believe is what I went with. Yeah, something like that. So podcast host. But no, we had a great time, and again, Ben and the crew here. Mariana's working the bar right now, and so she hooked us up with these fabulous beverages. But
I wouldn't want her to come in for nothing.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we've been so blessed to have Prestige as a host here for a couple of weeks now, and we're upstairs today. So.
Mike's hilarious.
Dude, it's a cool place.
Maybe it's the Paloma. I don't know.
It's got to be the Paloma.
No, it's
no, it's not the Paloma. He's funny anyway.
Yeah.
He's funny without Paloma.
Well,
you know what? Getting back to the golfing thing.
Yeah, man.
I went golfing with my brother-in-law not too long ago, and I told you I had problems with my eye where I see these lines.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like now to the point where my vision is just kind of almost tunnel, and I don't see things. So, I mean, if you ever pass this place, it's blurry. I can't see.
The left one only?
Now it's like it seems like it's both, you know? It's kind of crazy. But I was every shot with my brother-in-law. Did you see it? Did you see where it went?
Wow, dude. Are you going to do something about that or just make jokes about it for the next 20 years? That's good content if you don't get it fixed.
He's got glasses.
No, I got glasses.
Okay.
But I'm actually going to see my eye doctor because I either have this doctor here because insurance, the insurance you get, the insurance I have, you get what you get, and
that's
it.
Comic insurance.
Here we go, Let's go 7. Who do you get?
Dang, man.
That's where I'm at until January. Then I can get another doctor.
Well, you have to wait till the rolls over.
You ain't HMOs, I tell you. So,
dude, I feel you. I'm on Obamacare.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet, but I haven't been to the doctor in a long time either this year.
I'm telling you, that's what they asked me. What do you miss about the station, the insurance?
The insurance.
Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks of
those
deciding.
PPOs are a lot better than the
I'm this
HMO.
big philanthropic entrepreneur now on my own. And, oh, shit, I don't have any insurance. Oh, man.
It's content creation.
Yeah, so it's like, well, and I actually have. I mean, everyone has their thing, right? So I guess, is that your health thing that concerns you the most, the eye?
The eye.
This is going to be the old man part of the show right here.
Thank you.
See, I have ailments, too, that need attention. And without having the ability to pay, $800 every time I go to the dentist or whatever, it's difficult. And it's one of those unforeseen circumstances when I decided to go off on my own and start doing freaking podcasts, which are fun, but so I had.
So very clearly, we need an insurance sponsor. Is what you're saying?
Yes, I'm building up to this.
It's the moral of the story.
So as a young man, I discovered, and it was shocking, that I had early onset periodontal disease, aka gingivitis.
Oh,
and I never forget. I was 25 years old. My dentist is like, "It's unbelievable. You must have inherited this from someone in your family line." I've never seen a younger man. I've never seen anyone with as clean a teeth as you have that has what you have. It's purely hereditary. And at 25, I realized I'm going to have to go. I have now started a new journey, a new health journey where I was going to have to make sure that I for 20 plus years I've had to have 3 cleanings a year, not 2. I have to go in every 4 months, not 6.
No way.
Because I have to stay on top of it so it does not turn into full-blown gum disease.
Yeah.
So I don't have gum disease. It's kind of like I'm walking around with HIV, but it ain't full-blown AIDS. But it's just in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
And so to prevent full-blown AIDS mouth,
okay,
I have to treat my HIV. Right.
I'm trying
You follow that?
trying to make the connection.
It's the comparisons that kill me with Mike. It's
no, but it
hilarious.
sounded easier to try to make you understand.
So what's the long-term prognosis here?
That if I don't stay on top of my dental care, then it could turn into gum disease, which could lead to heart disease and all kinds of stuff.
Have you had the gum treatment done before?
Yeah, I have. That's the other thing. Every 3 or 4 years, I go in for a deep scaling where they literally put me under.
Pull the gums up.
Have you had this, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
you're just a health wreck. You got it all. So,
I'm all jacked up, Mike.
Every few years.
I hate to say it, but
wait a minute.
I have to go get a deep cleaning where they put you under. They have to take a jackhammer, go in between my gums, and clean out way up in there. So I got to the point in my mid-30s where I'm always gonna have it. I can treat it though, right?
Okay.
So it's like in my mid-30s, I had to have major oral surgery. Where they had, because I was starting to lose bone density in the back. I was losing bone density, and my teeth were at risk of having to be yanked out. I can't be 35 years old looking like a dumbass. So, and believe me, I'm vain. I'll come up with the money. If I lose a tooth, I'm getting that son of a bitch replaced with a fake one. But I had to have this major surgery where they literally had to replace because I was losing, like I said, bone density. I was losing bone. They replaced it in the far back on the both uppers about 10 years ago with bovine bone. I have cow bone. I have cow bone in my jaw to this day. I have cow teeth. I have cow teeth back in the back. If I bit you, it hurt. It would hurt.
I bet it would. I'll take your word for it.
Have you had your...
So that all being said, I haven't been to the dentist in like 6 months.
I'm
so
2
months over.
So you're due.
Man,
so we need a dentist
we need
and a health provider.
Yeah, and I also got a real bad bunion. Can we get a bunion doctor?
A podiatrist?
Hey, I'm staying in my demo. Hey, y'all want to see it? I got I'll just show you. Look, LG's seen it. Can you see how the sock line protrudes?
Yeah, that
see
bad
that right
boy's
there?
popping out.
Look at that.
Mariano,
Yeah.
we're going to need more drinks, I think, here.
Sorry,
No.
Sorry, my foot stinks. I wore these are the socks I wore
wow.
in golf yesterday.
This took a turn.
Sorry, so I got a bunion and I got a cyst on my toe.
Have you ever?
We call him Mike Toller.
Oh, no.
He's got two names. I'm serious. I have a cyst on my toe. Manu, what was it? What was the other name
Mike
for the cyst?
Tonobly.
Tonobly. Manu Tonobly. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
Manu
gosh.
Tonobly and Mike Toller. And it's funny. It's not cancerous. I've had it tested.
Oh,
and I was going to
please don't tell me anymore. I can't take it anymore.
I was going to get the cyst on my toe cut off, but it's funny. It's a good bit. So I'm like, wow. He has two names.
Anybody want huevos rancheros now?
He has two names.
Mike Toller.
The bunion I could have removed, but I've been told the surgery is so horrible, it's not worth it. Just keep it. So I have and it rarely hurts. It actually hurt yesterday for the first time in months. In that cold wind, playing golf, walking up and down golf course, the bunion started asking me to go home about the 12th hole.
But then you won a Yeti cooler and it was okay.
Oh, then I just got drunk. Yeah, and then the pain went away. Yeah, man. So I got bunion, I got a cyst, and I need a dentist. So
On the
can
dentist.
Integrity Roofing treat that?
So I don't think Ronnie is trained in dental procedures, but
Have you had your wisdom teeth pulled out?
I have.
Yes.
Man,
all of
I'll
them.
tell you what.
Yeah.
I had all of them pulled out the same day.
Ooh.
I did too.
And my sister was a hygienist assistant. So she was assisting the dentist, and they put me under, but they gave me the laughing gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there, and I'm just knocked out. And all of a sudden, I was coming to, and my sister says, "Bro, what were you thinking about? Because you came out and you were all like, you started singing The Doors." Riders on the storm.
Oh, you were Jim Morrison.
I must have been dreaming or something.
I mean, you were like this. I was just out. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that
I
thing-
think Jim Morrison was out too most of the time when he
for
wrote that
sure,
or when he
yeah.
sang that. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Rest in peace.
That's right.
Yeah. You think Jim? He took the stuff that they make people go under in the dentist office. I mean, he was on a lot of stuff. All that Michael Jackson elixir.
I think it's like a truth serum right there.
No,
that they
no.
Gave me.
So in
You come out.
Oh,
did you
you didn't say anything incriminating, did you?
Don't think so. I'm still married.
Okay.
Fessed
okay.
up to that murder.
You know where that body's at?
Where was the body buried?
Let me tell you.
Dude, I've had that too. It was bad. I was
Yeah.
bitching at my sister came and got me at the clinic. He was taking me home in my car. And she tells the story. I don't remember. She's like, I kept getting pissed at her. You need to exit. She's like, dude, it's not our exit. You missed your exit. You need to turn around. And it was pure bullshit. I was just driving and telling her she missed the exit. We were 10 miles from our actual exit. And she almost got mad, dropped me off. And then I remember going to sleep. And I woke up like 4 hours later. I was just in a pool of blood all over the pillow.
Oh, wow,
The gauze, everything leaked everywhere. I was all in blood. I looked like I was a victim of Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was awful. Awful.
That was the worst part of it, is changing the gauze in your mouth. It's just,
And the smell.
yeah.
Remember that? The inside of your gum line. It's not a good smell, boys.
It's not.
It's not good at all.
So I had on one day I had 8 teeth taken out as well. Yeah, because long story short, in '95, I went. My parents sent me to a sportscasting camp in St. Louis, Missouri. This
Must have
was
been
like
a rough
gift.
camp.
No. It was amazing. Joe Buck was there and Bob Costas was
Okay.
there. It was one of those where you go for a couple of weeks and you learn.
It's like a Manning camp.
Learn from the pros, that kind of
That's
thing.
cool.
Yeah. And so I went in there and did my thing, and I was having the time of my life meeting Bob Costas and Joe Buck and all these other people. And at the end of the camp, the director of the camp, Art Holliday, who's a very well-known, accomplished news anchor in St. Louis, pulls me to the side. And he says, we're one-on-one, kind of quiet, and he goes, Ernie, how serious are you about this? And I said, what do you mean, like the sports casting? He's got, this is my life. I love this. I want to do this. He goes, let me tell you something. He says, if you're serious about this, you really need to do something about your teeth.
Maybe he's being honest.
And I was like, immediately, I was like, but I knew. Yes, I was like, thank you, Art. I will do something about it. But it killed me, but at the same time, best advice I could have ever gotten.
Yeah.
And God bless Art. I will always be grateful. So I came home because my parents for years told me to get braces, and I was always like, no, don't do that. I don't want to be called, brace face and metal mouth and all that stuff in school. So finally, I came back from St. Louis, and I said, let's go. And I said, I'll even pay, as I was working everything. I'll pay for half. We'll figure something out. So I went, and they're like, yeah, we're going to take out. I had too many. Go figure. I have a big mouth, but I had not enough. I had too many teeth and not enough space and everything. Anyway, so they had to take out the 4 here and on the bottom, and they said, well, while we're in there, we're going to take out the wisdom teeth. So this was on a Friday. I go in there, same thing. They take them all out, the laughing gas, all that. I probably said some weird things. But I had to go, and I was doing the sports in Victoria at the time. So I had to go the following Monday and anchor the sports.
Man.
And I had 4 gaps, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom when I talked. And so I got the nickname The Gap.
Wait, so you made room for your teeth to come back
together? They had to. Yeah, because
that is amazing.
And Tammy and I were dating, and we were thinking, we were getting serious, and we were thinking, and I said, I'll never forget. I went to Tammy. I said, Tammy, I'm thinking about getting braces, and she goes, yes, yes, you should do that. Yes, and God bless her, and she goes, I think she was a little too anxious about it, but she said the only requirement she had was they had to be off in time for our wedding.
Okay.
So I said, I think I can do that. So if you look very closely at our engagement photos, that's probably the last photo of me had clear braces on. Mm-hmm. So I was so conscious about it because not only did I have 4 gaps, but I was on television. And I was like, ugh. So anyway, they came off.
That's a small market Victoria.
Yeah.
That fool ain't even got no teeth. Yeah. Look at him.
He's got the gap. And so he got 4 gaps.
Hey, Strahan.
Before Michael Strahan. So anyway, they came off in time for the wedding, and the rest is history.
Dang,
but
nice.
That was a good time.
Dude, I was going to I had to go get one of my deep cleanings right over here, right off Austin Highway. And they're like, okay, we're gonna sedate you, but it's not gonna be that heavy because today's not gonna be that invasive. You don't have to be all the way under. I'm like, okay, so I'll be awake. They're like, yeah, but you'll be kind of awake. We're gonna give you a little bit of gas. Are you cool with that? I'm like, man, that's cool. That's fine. So they give me the gas. I'm just chilling, and I'm barely aware, just enough where I'm awake, but that almost semi-conscious state. Mm-hmm. I just felt my butt cheeks go.
Wait, what?
There's like 4 people around me. Homeboys, he's over my face, drilling. Got the assistants, women, young women, and I'm like,
is that like a side effect?
What the F is that? I was so relaxed. I just ripped a massive fart right in front of him.
Oh my gosh,
dude, it was ridiculous. That's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever endured. I've gotten used to going to the dentist because of my ailment. I've spent my whole life with the damn dentist. But I'll never forget the time that I just ripped ass. It was one of those kinds that I wasn't even as sedated anymore because my brain was like, uh-oh, you just farted in front of all these strangers. And I was so embarrassed.
And they all became sedated then.
And so they both, one of the girls laughed at me. But the dentist was like, don't worry about that, Mike. It happens all the time. Like, bullshit. It don't happen all the time.
You can't go back there again, can you?
No, I've not been back since. I switched dentists. I almost risked getting full-blown disease because I had to find a new dentist. No, man, I was embarrassed. God, I just, with them ripper, like starting a lawnmower. One of those kinds that messes up your underwear. It was bad, man. I've had such the worst experiences, but that's my ailment, man. Everyone's got their thing, and that's mine. If it wasn't for that damn gum disease that I'm trying to fight off, I would have never had to go get put out and had to fart underneath that damn. It was awful. Something terrible, man.
That story right there. You're speaking about no insurance, right?
I wish I was lying, man.
I mean,
you can't make this up.
No, you can't. You can't.
Still embarrassed.
You can't. It's like we were. I remember being in my apartment, and I was there with the worst stomach pain ever, and I have acid reflux. So I go ahead and I didn't have Tums or anything, so I drank like this. You know how the Pepto-Bismol, it says gets rid of heartburn. Why should I didn't finish reading where it says also stops diarrhea. So I didn't drink water back then a lot. So all the water I had in me was pretty much out the window.
Oh, man.
Because it sucked all the water in me, and I remember I had the worst stomach pain. So I wind up going to the University Hospital. And God bless them over there at the University Hospital. I was over there, and I had no insurance, and I kid you not, I'm walking in the emergency room. I'm sitting between. I go to the lady. Go, man, my niece, she's somebody. My stomach hurts really bad. She goes, she doesn't even look at me. She goes, fill this out.
Oh.
And I go, okay, but my stomach hurts. Is there any chance I can go see a doctor? It hurts bad. She goes, fill it out. Sit over there.
Yeah.
So I go over there. I sit. I'm not even lying to you. I sit in between a guy that's got a knife sticking outside his chest.
You serious?
What?
Kid you not. And there's like a knife sticking out his chest and another guy with a bullet wound in his shoulder. And I'm sitting there and I go,
I got a tummy
I
ache.
said,
What do you
fellas, what are the chances of me going next?
Goodness.
Dang, man.
So now,
Oh, my gosh.
by the time I get back to just the triage, it's 3 in the morning. I went in at about 11 o'clock. It's 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I get triage, just my vitals. Then they don't have no rooms. I'm in the hallway. My pain's gone.
What
But
was
I'm in
wrong
for
with
the
you? You
long
had
haul.
gas?
I'm in for the long haul. So I'm there. I go, the nurse, I'm frustrated. I'm just frustrated in the hallway. I'm in a gown. And I tell this lady comes up to me and she goes, does it hurt here? No. How about here? Ow. 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 I go, ow means yes, lady. Ow means yes.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I go, you know, man, if you don't mind, just go call the doctor because I really got to get out of here.
Yeah.
She goes, I am the doctor.
Oh.
So now
Now you're a sexist.
she tells, yeah. So now she tells me, go over there. Exactly. Now she tells me, go over there to that room over there. We're going to give you a rectal exam. I said, look here, lady. The pain's here, not back there. Okay.
Yeah.
I go, I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, trust me, just take him back there.
Uh-oh.
Guess who gives me the rectal exam? This lady.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is she could have took off the rings. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
So what was wrong with you?
Goodness.
So it turns out that the
What?
Pepto-Bismol that I was drinking, that I was taking down,
Yeah.
it absorbed all the water in my stomach, and
Dude.
that's what caused the pain.
Oh, my God.
So I had to get all this fluid back in me.
But why are they
that
digging
put
in
back
your butt?
I have no
Thought
idea.
you had a perforated colon or something?
I don't know what was.
That's
Just to roll it
insane.
out. They wanted to roll it
I
out.
was there. I'm like, and then this is the thing at university. She's about to give me the rectal exam. We hear a knock on the door. She goes, this guy goes, he's a student. He goes, may I observe the process? He goes, you're a student? Yeah. Okay, come on in. Let's let everybody in.
This is a studio audience
Let's
now.
let everybody in. I'm like, good night. I'm like, man, lady, how long is it? Oh, the Spurs. Oh my
Dude.
gosh.
I would rather treat the bullet hole
Yeah.
Yeah.
than that hole.
Or the,
You ain't
yeah.
lying.
Okay.
You ain't lying. So
Look at Ernie's still in character with his mic.
I know,
Yes, he's holding it. He's
like keep squeezing
he's
it.
so used to being an MC, and when he talks, he puts it up. This one ain't working. He's in character. I
Is this
love
on?
it.
Is this on?
thing
All he
on?
needs
Hello?
is the toilet and the Quaaludes, man. In character,
That's
bro.
in the next half hour. That's in the next half hour.
well, thank you very much, everybody.
Let's
I need a
reset. This is
peanut butter banana sandwich.
Speaking of bottom of the hour
Golly.
is here.
Good
This
grief.
is 3 Cents Podcast presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding. Goodness gracious, what a half hour that is.
Look at that mic. He's still got it up
I
there.
have to. I don't know why. It's just it's a tick. I don't know. I have to have it now. We are live in the upstairs VIP lounge at Prestige Motorsports. Compliments of Ben Brunton and the crew here at Prestige. So we continue on here with Fat Elvis.
So why Elvis? Do you love Elvis? That's your or
You know, I'm a fan. No,
what are
I
you
mean,
doing?
I like Elvis.
I'm a fan of. Well, this is just what I was able to find in my size, because of course I started looking yesterday for a costume. But no,
not 50s Elvis.
I came across a
70s.
video the other day of I think, and somebody can correct me or forgive me, Elvis played in San Antonio, and it was, you know how he would start every show with CC Rider, you know, that the big grand opening, and I don't know if it was. Again, forgive me, I
was
wasn't
the
here.
old convention center.
Was it the convention center, or it wasn't Hemisphere?
No, it's convention center.
Okay, Freeman Coliseum. But anyway, maybe that inspired me to put this costume back on. But no, I'm just the performer and everything, the stage presence, like it just you know, and it still stands up after all these years. He's been gone almost 50 years, 45
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
The man, the king.
That man had a charisma that you just can't top. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, he just had it. He had it all.
Did you boys ever see the documentary This Is Elvis?
I believe
Well,
I did.
they showed a lot of
Yeah.
him being him, not being the character.
You know what's interesting?
It was good, man.
Saw the movie.
Showed the good, bad, and the fat, and the ugly, and everything. It was pretty revealing.
The recent
he had a lot of issues.
He had a lot going on.
The recent movie Elvis, with Butler playing his character. Austin Butler. I mean, that movie there, I saw a side that I have not seen in any of the documentaries about how he got attacked for all the whole moving his hips thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like how it really showed how he was under the scrutiny and judgments of everybody that was, of course, in the Deep South especially, that, that they did not allow it, and they were like threatening him if he did that on stage. I'm like, dang.
No, my son asked me the other day as we were talking about that, like, why was he given such a hard time for just being up on stage? Because I think they saw the movie, and he's up there doing his, just gyrating or whatever he was doing, and the women were going absolutely beside themselves, and he couldn't understand why that was such. And so I tried to explain to him kind of that era, that time. And
you ever seen the $1 Million Quartet? The musical?
No, not the musical. No. I was going to say, did they do a show in Vegas?
They did one here. I mean, I saw it here.
I don't know if I saw that.
And it was probably one of the best ones I've seen, and it's the night of Elvis.
The Big Bopper, right? Buddy Holly?
Buddy Holly. No. Elvis, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Jerry Lee Lewis, all part of Sun Records, go back to Sun Records for one night. And you had Elvis already on top, Johnny Cash on the rise, Carl Perkins on the coming down, and then you had Jerry Lee Lewis, who was brand new to Sun. And that's that picture where he's around the piano, Elvis around the piano, and they're all around him. And then he goes, that was a one-night jam session they had. And somebody, what's his name, Sam Phillips, pressed record.
Oh, yeah.
And recorded the whole thing. And that's how they became the $1 Million Quartet.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
900,000 of that was Elvis's, probably.
Not only
$1 million.
Yeah, not only that, I didn't realize he did not write one song.
That's the thing, because
zero originality. I have a lot of Elvis opinions, but I don't want to offend her.
No, you will not offend me. No, because this came up the other day because, of course, Taylor Swift has been in the news a lot lately, and we were talking about
opinions on her too.
Talking about
my daughters went to go see the Eras Tour movie.
Yes, mine did too.
And because obviously they didn't go to the concert and getting those tickets and everything, but it created the conversation talking about, like, for example, Taylor Swift's not my favorite artist of all time. However, I have a respect for her songwriting abilities and her ability, her stage presence, and people universally talk about how her show is just like an event to behold. And I said, we're talking about Elvis, and I was like, but Elvis didn't write his songs.
No, he didn't.
Michael Jackson, I mean, he did write.
Yeah,
some of it, right? But Elvis did not.
But he didn't. He had help producing it.
Correct.
The whole nine. But it's like Taylor for $2,000 a ticket.
Just $12,000. I mean, how about $2,000? I mean,
$12,000 a ticket. She's better be very entertaining.
Well, we've always succumbed to the cult of personality. My God, I did a radio show for 15 years where that was the intro song.
Yeah,
because it works. It's true. Elvis was resented a lot by people way back in the day, not just by black people, because they thought he stole some of their stuff, which is not really true. He was doing a bit, and he made a lot of money. He got famous. I mean, go ahead. I never hated Elvis, but I think people hated him back in the day when he was in his heyday because they didn't think he was very good. Not only is his songs not original, you're doing a caricature of a black singer from Memphis. And you're also not that great. You just look really. But he had a good look, and white girls loved him, and it just wildfire. Well, Taylor Swift. There's 1,000 girls in this town that are more talented vocally than Taylor Swift. I'm not saying she sucks. I'm saying she's not. I could go find you better singers in town. We can go to bars on Saturday, and I can find you women who can sing as well as Taylor Swift. But Taylor Swift has charisma. She knew the right folks. She took advantage of the system that was there for her. I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying I always think about like with the Elvis. You think about how our generation, my dad even, or us, bag on celebrities today, people you don't even know. People my kids are watching on YouTube that I've never heard of that have 50 million subscribers. We love celebrities, man. Once you attain a certain level of celebrity, then you just get quadruply overrated, and you'd get turned into something that really you're not,
Right.
But we've been doing this forever, so I think there's a lot of hypocrisy among our generation and our dads and moms, because they act like today, all these kids today, the way they trump up these people. Oh, we did it too. Come on now.
No,
we did
listen.
it with Elvis.
On Sundays now, my wife, the first question, is Taylor Swift going to be at the Chiefs game today?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? That's how?
I think what separates
So
Taylor,
that's where-
like you said,
that's what
is
it's
that her
become.
writing skills her writing is just phenomenal. The way she writes a song, the way she puts it together, the whole nine is really great. And the reason I know this is because my daughter, every time she's in the car with me, we listen to that all the way,
time,
everywhere and everywhere. And that's how we kind of understand that, because you got Elvis, who's talented and can sing, but like he said, that was the main thing. They did not think he did it well. But it was something different at the time, as to where you compare him to today, it's like, oh man, he was something totally different back then.
Elvis created what we now know as, well, especially in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, pop music.
Right.
We love pop music, not necessarily the best music. We love pop music because it's catchy and good, and the people are good looking, and just spreads like wildfire. And Willie Nelson went to Memphis in the same time that Elvis Presley was there.
Right.
Really?
But Willie didn't look like Elvis.
Yeah.
He was this goofy-looking, snaggletooth redhead kid.
Didn't have the braids or the long hair
that's
yet.
right.
No, but
That's
Willie
right.
could write. He was fantastic. Had tons more talent than Elvis ever thought about having.
Right.
But because he didn't have the look,
Right.
he was told you're going to have a great career here in Nashville as a writer. So Willie's like, F you.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah,
He comes
yeah.
back to Texas, starts his own podcast, starts his own thing.
Among other things.
Guy-
Among other things.
Yeah, then he starts becoming more truer to who he was inside, which was an old Austin hippie. And that's where we get the hair, and then we were able to, thank God, actually get to hear the man sing on a big level, because not a lot of folks heard him sing in the 50s
Right.
because he wasn't given the opportunity to, because he didn't have the look. He had the chops when it came to writing, but they thought he was never going to be the pop star that like Elvis was.
He wrote Crazy, right? Patsy Cline's
Yeah, he
Crazy.
did,
And
yeah.
I just found
Willie
that out.
Nelson did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found that out just within the last few years.
Yeah, Willie's one of the
It's a
great
perfect
songwriters
example
ever.
where I had no idea, but
I
you
didn't know
think
that
you think
either.
Patsy Cline and Crazy,
Yeah.
Crazy for
Yeah, he
Field.
made her career.
He wrote that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's
It's just
Wow.
like it's like
Greatest.
Prince too, and I know Prince is a different type of, but he wrote so many songs that you don't think about.
Do you know the story about
Dolly
Prince?
Parton is another one that wrote a lot.
How he got famous and how he got noticed. He wound up telling I can't remember what the publisher it was for some like Teen Beat magazine, but it was like he wanted to be on there, and told the lady that, look, I am Prince, and he invited her to come take a look at him perform, and at the same time he wound up having like one of the record executives, I think, come in and said, where's the band for this?
Yeah.
And it's him. He
It's
played
all
on all
him.
the instruments.
He
I'm
sure
like,
did.
wow. I mean, that guy is gifted. He was gifted and talented, big time. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
What the other thing that got Elvis over the top was Elvis put the time in. He worked his ass off.
He
Elvis
did.
toured
He sure
all over the
did.
country. He played Tupelo, Mississippi, and backwoods Alabama, and heretofore South
did.
Dakota.
He did.
He put the time in.
We
and the
found
work.
out why he couldn't go to Japan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, Elvis put the work in.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has put the work
She
in.
has.
That
Yeah.
girl has produced 50 records or whatever it is. She is always on the grind, and I don't want to come off as Taylor's hating on Taylor Swift.
No.
It's not my cup of tea. I stand by what I said about her vocal talents.
Right.
But she has a charisma, she has a work ethic, and she took advantage of her opportunities, and God bless her.
I could be wrong, but I feel like was it either one of the first Final Fours we had in San Antonio years ago? Like she was a performer, like one of those.
As a teenager.
Oh, by the way,
Uh-huh.
this up and coming kid Taylor Swift is going to be outside Hemisphere
Okay, yeah,
from
yeah,
12 to 2. Obviously, nowhere near the main stage, not even inside the Alamo Dome. But somebody again will
fine.
correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like to your point, like she put in those types of gigs
Sure.
growing up, and there's video on YouTube of her all over the place as a 12, 13, whatever year old.
Right
saw
now I'm playing Mi
a,
Familia, but soon I'll be at the Tobin.
That's exactly.
I saw a 14-year-old Christina Aguilera
What?
play like 5 songs at the State Fair up in Dallas in the
Wow.
early 2000s. This
It's
is
crazy, right?
Yeah, this was
you're
right
there
before she had just had a tune. What was Christina Aguilera's? Look at the stuff we're talking about. Much old
Genie in a
perverts.
Bottle?
Genie in a Bottle. I think
Genie in a
that's
Bottle.
it. Yeah, and we have kids. We're allowed to. That's why we know these things.
Of course,
We're not weird. We have children.
No.
And me and my kids saw Christina Aguilera play at the State Fair. I saw Ariana Grande do the national anthem as a 12-year-old at a Mavericks game in Dallas 20 years ago, or whatever it was. And these kids are out there putting in the time, man, putting in the work ethic. You, too, can have sex with Travis Kelce if you just work hard. By the way, I'm so done with her in the NFL.
Are you?
Yeah, it whips my ass.
You know what's funny?
I'm done with seeing her at the Chiefs
What's
game.
funny to me, or not maybe funny, but compelling or interesting from a broadcasting perspective, is these networks that carry the games.
You had to show her.
And and that's the debate. Like I think was it Al Michaels the other day on Amazon Prime. He was like, we're not showing it. We're not talking about it.
Really? He said
well,
that?
He said,
wow.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I think he was more like, it's not that they didn't show her, but it was like, we're not going to do it gratuitously 10 times. Every time Kelce touches the ball, because we're not Hollywood, we're not this. Al Michaels is old school. He's a legend, obviously. But then you see, like, when CBS has the AFC games. I don't know if Fox has carried a Chiefs game yet, or NBC had it. But how often they go to it, and what those discussions must be like, because every time Kelce does something, good or bad, there's a cutaway.
The NFL probably wants the networks to do it. That's probably what's going on.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
You've got suits that run the networks.
Absolutely.
Talking to
How much
suits with the
money
NFL
she
saying,
is worth?
show Taylor.
She's
For sure.
She's worth so much. I had this conversation with my daughter the other day. I said, I never thought I would see anybody take or dethrone Beyonce, but Taylor has.
It makes young girls root for the Chiefs.
Yes.
And it makes
buy jerseys,
and
too.
it makes longtime male football fans like me not want to watch the Chiefs and root for them to lose.
I saw a video. I saw a video where the girl, I guess she was doing it on purpose. Her husband got home, and he's like, he's sitting down, and she goes, "Man, it's a good thing that Taylor Swift started Travis Kelce's career, huh?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, she jump-started his career. Isn't that awesome?"
Jump-started his career. Been in the league 10 years.
No, I was at Walmart this morning. I took my car in to get a tire fixed or whatever, and the cashier was a woman who had a blonde wig on. And they were like, "Who are you? What's your costume?" "Oh, I'm Taylor Swift." And she pulled up a photo of Travis Kelce. And so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that today.
We're going to see couples dressed up like Kelce and
Kelsey and Swift.
for
so
sure.
At any rate,
and it helps they won the Super Bowl.
Well, for what it's worth, I understand Taylor Swift so the Chiefs play in Germany this weekend.
Miami.
And Taylor will not be there because I guess she has like the international leg of her tour is beginning, and so she cannot be.
Yeah.
So for what it's worth, she will not be at the Chiefs game this week.
This is one of those things where in 5 years we'll forget about these days.
Yeah.
Because it's not significant.
So how long are you giving them? Somebody asked me the other day.
Relationship?
Yes, will they be together
in 5 years?
Or
No.
1 year?
Oh, yeah. I think so. I think
so the start of the next NFL season, next September, next Labor Day 2024.
I did not know she was 33.
If Travis comes to his senses, no, but I don't think he's going to.
Well,
I'd say a year.
You think it'll be a year?
I think it'll be a year.
Okay.
Maybe he is using her to jumpstart some sort of broadcast career or acting or something.
I
because
think he would have already. He's already been in a bunch of commercials.
He was on a reality show for a while, dating Travis Kelce. When he was just into the league, he agreed to do some failed reality show where it was kind of like Football Bachelor guy, where he just got served up these women. So he's an attention.
But the Kelce brothers have a show, right?
They do.
Podcast.
And then they have a podcast, and then he's Campbell.
They're following our lead.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. And then the Campbell Soups, the Campbell Soup commercials they do and all that stuff. So it's not like he was. I tried to tell my wife,
charismatic
it's not like
already.
he was, Mr. Irrelevant before Taylor Swift came on the scene.
Right.
Which is surprising to me because I thought Gronkowski would have been doing more commercials than what Travis Kelce's doing now.
Gronk's an idiot. That's his problem. I think
Well, but he's on Fox NFL pregame show now. So.
Yeah, and he's still dumb. He's like, remember, was it Rocky trying to do commercials in Rocky 2?
Yeah.
It makes me smell manly. That's probably what frickin' Gronk does when he shows up to do commercials. It takes 3 days. You remember that scene? Rocky couldn't read the script because he's an idiot. Yeah, I bet that's what Gronk happens. That's what happens when Gronk shows up. Beast aftershave. Beast aftershave. Yeah. I bet Gronk's horrible. He's had a lot of endorsements over the years, but it probably takes 4 days to do one take.
He does those Wolf and Shepherd commercials and everything.
Is my hair moving? Right?
No, and don't smudge it. Yeah. It'll be like one of those dudes that has their hair painted on.
Yeah, if you're just joining us,
like
by the way.
Rudy Giuliani, where it's all melting down the neck.
Carlitos Brown. I was just pulling this up because we're here at Prestige Motorsports, and off in the distance they were just showing video. Do you guys know on this date in 2009?
Okay.
14 years ago today.
All right.
Significant San Antonio sports history event.
2009 on this day.
On this day, 2009.
Halloween, 2009, significant sports event.
Or an event. Okay, it was an event at a sporting event that each of you will instantly recognize and remember. And you might have been there for all I know.
Manu swats the bat.
You're exactly right.
Oh, wow.
So 14 years ago today on Halloween they were just showing the video of Ginobili. And I was just telling my kids the other day, again, random conversation.
Good job, Mike.
Rabies came up, and I remember Ginobili didn't even have to and it's painful. Like,
I was going to do the water cannons.
10 shots.
Yeah, a bunch.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was awful.
So again, Spurs fans will remember.
I was going to go with the water cannons.
The water cannons, that was the first game at the Alamo.
The legend only grew more that night.
But
of course Manu does it. Of course it's a bat. Of course it's Halloween.
That's right, because we were at the openings. My son and I went to the opening night game last Wednesday at the AT&T Center, and we were sitting kind of high, and there was a random bird or a bat or something flying around inside the arena.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how once upon a time, Ginobili infamously swatted a bat down, but then had to get a series of painful rabies shots.
It was an issue at the AT&T Center in those days. Now the Frost Bank Center, which I'm still trying to get used to saying.
Thank you, yes.
It was an issue that for a couple of months, there were free-tail bats, Mexican free-tail bats, kept getting into the arena like every other game. And finally, it got so prevalent. Obviously, they told the Spurs, don't go anywhere near them. Manu screwed up. Hey, man, I had 2 shots already. It was bad. It was so awful. I don't know why that was my Manu accent. Sounded like my Uncle
Lupe.
Like
Tony Montana or something.
That's right, man.
Hey, don't do that anymore.
Say my little friend.
Let me tell you something, man, about these bats, man.
Okay, man.
No. So it got so prevalent where one night there's a damn bat, and they're all like, don't go near it. Stay away from it. And the coyote comes running out dressed like Batman with a net.
Yes.
And remember that? He got the bat trapped in the net.
They were just showing the video a little while ago.
Probably of the coyote?
Yeah, the coyote came out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
With the net. It's
the funniest thing I've ever seen at any basketball game ever. It was the genius bit, taking advantage of a natural thing.
Yes.
And that bit, the whole thing was incredible. And yeah, I'll never forget Manu talking about how painful the shots were. Series of rabies shots.
Yeah, you do not want to,
he had to go
touch
get
any.
That man, he gave a lot to that organization.
Right.
Literally gave a nut.
He literally did. He literally did. And now he's in the Hall of Fame. So, well, listen, we have had a lot of fun today. We have trick-or-treating and other Halloween activities to get to. But we've had a lot of fun today. Real quick, favorite Halloween candy, trick-or-treat?
Candy?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a good one. Pass. Go collect the
Okay.
I got to think about it.
Definitely Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. I like the Reese's peanut butter cups, but they have to be chilled.
They have to be chilled.
I like them cold.
Oh, okay. Craps. Let's go with Twix. I love Twix.
Yeah,
I love Twix.
Twix is good, too.
Loved
I
it
like
so
Twix.
much.
Well, here's hoping that you get a handful of Twix tonight.
Thank you, man.
A handful of
Beaties. That's right.
I'm going to get a handful of something.
I had to do it once for Glet, though.
Thank you, Jerry Jones.
I got that. Hey, I don't need that damn Taylor Swift at the Cowboy game. I got Dolly Big Old Parton come up here on Thanksgiving.
All right.
Well, she's playing Thanksgiving. Look for that.
I was wondering who had 156 in the pool. All right.
I had to order extra size baby hammocks to have her on my stage.
Sorry, that's for him.
There you have it.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Jerry Jones. I
She'd
appreciate
be the
it.
only sumbitch in the building who's got a faker facing me.
Oh, listen to the music, thankfully.
Oh,
okay.
darn it. Oh, crap.
Well, goodness
Be safe,
gracious.
guys.
Halloween,
There you have it,
man.
another episode in the books. This has been the 3 Cents Podcast.
Don't murder anyone.
For better or for worse, presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding. At least for the moment it is.
That's right.
For Mike Taylor,
We're
for
fine.
Carlitos Brown,
Charlie Brown.
I'm Chubby Elvis.
Hey.
Happy Halloween. All
Be safe.
treats, no tricks.
Yeah,
Be safe out there,
yeah.
kids. See you next time.
What's up, dead people?
Still talking into this mic. Like it's a
This broadcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding.